I found out why my best friend never let anyone visit his house. I don't think he was ever alone. I've been staring at my phone for 3 hours, trying to decide whether I should post this. If you're reading this, it means I decided I don't care anymore. Something followed me home. I need to get this out before I convince myself it was all stress or imagination or grief, because that's exactly what it wants. I'll start at the beginning. I've known Ryan for 11 years. College roommates, late-night ramen, shared trauma, shared secrets. He was the kind of guy who never raised his voice, never complained, never asked for help, even when he clearly needed it. There was only one rule with Ryan. You never went to his house. Not once, not ever. At first, it was easy to ignore. Some people are private. Some people grow up poor or embarrassed or messy. I didn't judge. Whenever I suggested hanging out at his place, he'd shut it down immediately. Mine's a disaster. Landlord's a psycho. Trust me, you don't want to see it. He always said it lightly, smiling, changing the subject. And because he always showed up for me, I didn't push. Years went by. Then, 3 weeks ago, Ryan disappeared. No warning, no fight, no slow fade. Just silence. I called, straight to voicemail. Texted, delivered, read, no reply. I told myself he was busy, burned out, taking a break. On day 4, I drove to his work. They told me he hadn't shown up in over a week. That's when the panic set in. Ryan doesn't skip work. Ryan doesn't ghost. Ryan doesn't vanish. That night, I dug through old emails, screenshots, receipts, anything that might have an address. I found it on a food delivery screenshot from years ago. I didn't sleep. The next morning, I drove there. The house sat at the end of a dead street. No neighbors, no streetlights, just trees crowding in like they were listening. It looked normal, too normal. White paint, small porch, curtains drawn. I knocked. Nothing. I knocked again, harder. Still nothing. I tried calling Ryan. Voicemail. That's when I noticed the door wasn't locked. I hesitated. Every instinct screamed not to go in. I remember actually laughing out loud, calling myself dramatic. "I'm just checking on my friend," I said to no one. The door creaked open. The smell hit me immediately. Not rot, not decay. Something worse. Stale air, old metal, antiseptic, like a hospital room that had been sealed for years. The lights were off, but the house wasn't dark. Gray daylight leaked through the curtains, giving everything a sickly glow. The living room was bare. No photos, no decorations, just a chair facing the hallway. I remember thinking it was weirdly placed, like someone sat there watching. I stepped inside. That's when I heard breathing. Slow, wet, coming down the hall. "Ryan?" I called. The breathing stopped. I don't know why I kept going. Curiosity, loyalty, guilt, fear, but not enough fear. The hallway was narrow, doors on both sides, all closed, except the last one, the bedroom. The door was open just enough to see inside. Medical equipment, more than I'd ever seen outside a hospital. IV stands, oxygen tanks, machines humming softly, their lights blinking in patterns that felt intentional. And on the bed, something moved. "Hello?" I whispered. The thing on the bed turned its head. It looked human, mostly. Skin stretched thin over bone, eyes too large, mouth slightly open like it forgot how to close. It smiled when it saw me, not happily, relieved. "You're late," it said. Its voice didn't match its face. Too calm, too adult. I stumbled back, heart slamming. "Where's Ryan?" I asked. The thing tilted its head. "He's been very busy." That's when I noticed the restraints. Straps on the bed. Worn. Used. Something scratched behind me. I spun around. The hallway door was closing. Slowly. I grabbed it and yanked it open just as footsteps echoed from the front of the house. Ryan stepped inside. He looked exhausted. Older. Thinner. He froze when he saw me. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. Then he sighed. "I told you not to come here." Ryan didn't ask how I found him. He didn't yell. He didn't panic. He just locked the door behind him. "I was going to clean up," he said quietly. "I didn't think you'd see this." I demanded answers. He led me into the kitchen, away from the bedroom. My hands were shaking so badly I had to sit down. "That's my brother," Ryan said. I laughed, a hysterical, broken laugh. "That's not a person," I said. Ryan looked offended. "Toby is sick." He explained. "A rare neurological disorder, progressive, degenerative, unfixable. Doctors said Toby shouldn't have lived past childhood, but he did, and he kept changing." Ryan showed me medical records, prescriptions, old photos. In the pictures, Toby looked normal, then less normal, then wrong. "He gets worse when he's alone," Ryan said. "He needs someone with him, all the time." I remembered the chair in the living room, facing the hallway. "You sit there," I said. Ryan nodded. At night. A noise came from the bedroom, a soft knock. 3 taps. Ryan flinched. "I have to go," he said. "He gets anxious." "Ryan, that thing talked." Ryan didn't meet my eyes. "He learns," he said. I should have left. I should have run. Instead, I stayed. I don't know why. Maybe because Ryan looked like a man drowning who'd finally been seen. He fed Toby through a tube, adjusted machines, spoke to him softly. Toby watched me the entire time, never blinking. At one point, he said my name. I never told him my name. Ryan noticed my reaction. "He hears everything," he said, "even when he's asleep." That night, Ryan asked me to stay. "I can't leave him alone," he said, "just for tonight." I agreed. That was my mistake. I slept on the couch. I didn't really sleep. The house made noises. Not settling noises. Movement. At 2:17 a.m., I heard whispering. I thought it was Ryan, until I realized it was coming from the hallway. Multiple voices, all saying the same thing. "Come closer." I pulled the blanket over my head. At some point, the whispering stopped. The house went quiet. Too quiet. I checked my phone. No signal. Then I felt it. Breathing. Right next to my face. I froze. The whisper came again, right against my ear. "You shouldn't be here." I screamed. The lights turned on. Ryan stood over me, shaking. "I'm sorry," he said. "He got out." "What do you mean he got out?" Ryan looked down the hall. The bedroom door was open. The bed was empty. Something dragged itself across the floor behind us, slow, wet, laughing. Ryan grabbed my arm. "Run!" We didn't make it to the door. The lights went out. Something slammed into Ryan, knocking him down. I heard bones crack. I heard Ryan screaming. I ran. I don't remember how I got outside. I don't remember driving. I only remember my phone buzzing hours later. A text from Ryan. He doesn't like being abandoned. That was the last message. The police found the house empty. No Ryan, no Toby, no equipment. Just one chair in the living room, facing the hallway. I thought it was over. Then, last night, I heard breathing in my apartment. Slow, wet, right behind me, and something whispered, "You're late." If anyone knows how to make it stop, please